Hey guys, Pastor Chris here. Welcome to the Poolside Chat. Why can't you all ask me questions about how do I know Jesus, or can you tell me the story of Noah or something easy? I was asked, actually I've been asked a few times, what do I think of Sophie Cunningham and all the kind of hatred she's getting right now? All right, so quick summary. Sophie Cunningham, professional basketball player in the WNBA, Women's NBA, on the Indiana Fever. She plays with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, phenomenal player. I do not watch WNBA, but I started because absolutely phenomenal player. I love talent and talented people, and boy, golly, day does she have talent. Well, anyway, Sophie Cunningham, because Caitlin Clark was kind of picked on, and I would say unfairly. I think she's been fouled. I think she's picked on. Not calling fouls when they should have been called. So Sophie Cunningham, I think she is late 20s. She's been around for a few years. She said, fine, pick on Caitlin, who was a rookie last year. I got your back. So they foul her, she will foul them back 10 times harder. She's gotten ejected, she's gotten technicals, and she says, deservedly so. They are both hard players, and they are both good. Caitlin Clark came out, I think 2 weeks ago, with a statement. And there is a question in the WNBA. Women's NBA, the rules say only women can play. But where they struggle is on what a woman is. So, do transgender women count? There's all sorts of things as to what a woman is in their mind. There's been some pushback and hatred towards fans, towards people that like Caitlin Clark. It's been kind of really nasty, really ugly, bad stuff. And the WNBA has come out and said some of this should not have happened, and they have agreed to hold what they call listening sessions and conferences over, quote, the next few months to help decide and define what a woman is. Crazy to me, I will tell you that from the get-go, but whatever. The question is, what do I think of Sophie? Well, Sophie Cunningham came out and said a woman is basically a woman. Someone that's born with two X chromosomes. It's not a man pretending to be a woman. It's a woman. She has been booed, she has been hated, there's just been some terrible stuff said to her and her followers. The last episode I saw was there is I don't know what it is, a fan board, a website, a Facebook page, something for the WNBA, and it said if you talk about Caitlin Clark, you will be banned. Or excuse me, not Caitlin Clark, Sophie Cunningham. You talk about Sophie Cunningham, you will be banned from this WNBA page, fan page. It's kind of nutty, but my personal views, they're sneaking in. But what do I think of what she said, and what do I think of the response to some people to what she said? That women are people who are born with two X chromosomes. I go back, and there have been some lies told about Sophie Cunningham. For example, they say that she hates transgender people. She's come out point blank numerous times to say no, she loves transgender people. That's your thing, great. Has no problem with it. But they're trying to get people to join in their hatred towards me. So it appears. So what do I think of her coming out with this statement? Well, you don't come on here to listen to my opinion. But does the Bible say anything about this? You know my answer is yes. But it's not what you would expect. I go to John chapter 3. John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. Whosoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. Everyone knows this verse. It's John 3:16. But the reason I go here when I'm talking about Sophie Cunningham and what she said and the reaction to it is because the story of John chapter 3 is the story of Nicodemus coming to Jesus. Nicodemus is a Pharisee. Nicodemus, a well-educated religious scholar of the day, who had heard of Jesus and wanted to ask him some questions. So he asks, and Jesus answers, and he engages in debate. He doesn't condemn, he doesn't mock, but he answers. And he leaves Nicodemus with some things to think about. Daisy. She wants to go inside. Hey, come here. So, the whole point of this, and I'm not going to read it, you can read it. It's John chapter 3, the story of Nicodemus and Jesus. The whole point of this is that Jesus allows him to express his beliefs. Jesus encourages him to ask questions. Jesus engages with him in debate. And I would dare, and he does it with civility, with courtesy, with respect. And I would challenge everyone to follow this example. So what do I think of the reaction of Sophie Cunningham with coming out with her statement and the reaction of people to saying women are born XX? I would encourage you to follow that example. If you believe that's true, do what you're doing. Support her. Encourage her. Thank her. If you disagree with her vehemently, then respond. Debate. Make your point. But do it the way Jesus did. With respect, with courtesy, and with engagement. Don't try to shut her down. Don't try to mock her. Talk. So I guess my bottom line is what Jesus did with Nicodemus. I support Sophie Cunningham for making her point that she believes women are those who are born with two X chromosomes. And I would also encourage those who hold different views to absolutely express those views and make them known. Debate. Courtesy, respect, and engagement without trying to shut it down. Great lesson there. And let me encourage you. The story of Jesus and Nicodemus, John chapter 3. It's kind of a great model for how to engage somebody where you may have differing beliefs. Thanks for listening, guys. I'm Pastor Chris on a very warm Wednesday night. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Remember, keep them coming. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble at FL Compass Church. And now on Instagram at FL Compass Church. And remember, Saturday, I'm talking about heaven. You had those questions? I'm going to do a whole series on this. Be sure to check back. Anyway, have a great week. Be blessed. And we'll see you Saturday.